Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It's one of my favorite meals to eat. And my favorite morning dish happens to be Huevos Rancheros. Now there's many ways of making Huevos Rancheros, but this one I'm turning it into an omelet version. I can't wait to show you guys, so watch what we're gonna do. So we're starting with some onions, and we're just gonna rock chop it. Just like that, set it aside. Cut those in half. Very easy. And now we're gonna take a poblano pepper, cut that in half, and a jalapeno pepper, and cut that in half as well. Just like that, very easy. Now I'm just gonna place the tomatoes on top. Skin side up. All right, I'm gonna take the peppers, put them next to the tomatoes, skin side up as well, and then I'm just gonna place the onions right there, as well as the garlic. Drizzle the tomatoes a little bit, the peppers, the onions, the garlic. I'm gonna cook it for roughly about 20 to 30 minutes depending on how much char I get. I wanna try to get as much char as I possibly can without overcooking it, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like right now. Check it out. Beautiful, nice char, and not too burnt. This is perfect. So I'm gonna let this cool real quick before I put it in the blender because I'm gonna peel the skins off of the tomatoes and the peppers. Awesome. So, very simple, guys. I'm just going to put it all in a blender. All right, now that we have our salsa ready, let's get cooking with everything else. So we're gonna make the omelet filling now, and then we're gonna make the omelet and then put it all together. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Watch. Now we're starting with the black bean salsa. I'm gonna first start by adding a tablespoon of butter, and I'm gonna start by sweating the corn first. I'm gonna add some chopped red onions in there and some chopped jalapeno. Get that in there. Okay. And I'm gonna add just some touch of cumin in here. Spices are really best to cook out because you extract the more flavor out of them instead of eating them raw. So when you cook your spices, you really get the depth of flavor with them. And I'm going to add a touch of the Chef Brik Smoky Citrus Habanero. Just to kick it up a little bit. So just when you're starting to see the corn get some color, the onions are sweated out, you know, you don't want too much color on here. You just want to really get the flavors out of it as much as possible, okay? So now I'm gonna add the sliced cherry tomatoes. Look at just the colors in here. You got yellow, green, red, and now I'm going to add the black beans. Now I'm going to just squeeze a little bit of lime juice in here. I love it when the cherry tomatoes are just blistered just like this a little bit because it really, you get the richness of those delicious cherry tomatoes instead of it just being like raw and just really acidic. So it brings out the natural sweetness in this dish. Fantastic. So now we're making the potato and chorizo hash. That's going to be our filling for the omelet. We're first starting out with our chorizo. Putting that in the pan. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna add the potatoes at this point. This is shredded potatoes. So make sure that potatoes also have a chance to cook through. And they really get the flavor of that chorizo. And to this, we're also gonna add a little bit of the Chef Brik Smoky Citrus Habanero. So I wanna make sure that the potato cooks out, so that way we're not chewing on raw potatoes. Splash of cilantro. So now for the omelet, we're gonna start with beating our eggs. We're gonna take 3 large eggs, put them in a bowl, just a splash of extra virgin olive oil, but I really want that butter because butter really maximizes the flavor out of omelets. Now play with it, turn off the heat, on the heat, because remember, the pan is hot, so the eggs will continue to cook. So right about here is where I take it off the heat, okay? Remember that filling that we made earlier, which is right here? Yeah, this good stuff. Now we're just gonna add just like that, right in the middle. That looks good right there. We're gonna spread that out evenly. Just a little bit of queso fresco, okay? And some Monterey Jack cheese. Perfect. Push it to the edge. And then just do one of these tricks. More towards the middle. See how beautiful that omelet is? Just nice color, that's what we're looking for. So now that the omelet is made, it's nice and hot. We're gonna put the salsa just like that. Just a nice little bed. Now, we're gonna take a little bit of the crema, put that just on top, just like that. Look at all those colors, those vibrant colors on it. The red, the black beans, corn. Can't forget about some diced avocados. I mean, what are huevos or rancheros without some diced avocados, right? Perfect, some chopped cilantro. Now that's your huevos ranchero omelet, guys. Can I get a what? Bon appetit and enjoy.